back in the 90s, cracked the AOL code, texting turned gold, now the stories unfold. From dial-up dreams to LinkedIn kings, he taught the world how to build through strings. It's the Max method, no guessing, just growth. 4 steps deep, he's coached them both. Top earners, big burners, trainers and pros. Max lit the fire, now everyone knows. Started with a spark, now the blueprint's live. Thousands trained and they multiply. From Facebook chats to LinkedIn leads, he plants the seeds, then watches them succeed. Mentor to coach is the guide for the great. Author, speaker, shaping fate. You don't just follow Max, you duplicate. That's how legends elevate. It's the Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Call him the father, the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game. It's the Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Call him the father, the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game. Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Call him the father, the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to our Saturday morning live Ask Max session. Linda, you're early, and you're the first one here, so let me open up so we can talk. And is there anything special you want to look at or go over?
Oh, yeah, there probably are. I wasn't expecting it this quickly. I'm thinking I had time.
Well, here's what happened. You're learning a little tip. The people that get here early, when I go down this list and I see who's here, I start at the top and work down. So you get here early and then, have your questions ready to get answered.
Oh, okay, now I know.
Yeah, and let me pop over here.
Because I'd almost have to look. I mean, I have a list because I was on it. I had a list for the other night, and I thought, now if he can help me.
Yeah, let's pop over here. Because when I'm helping you, anybody else that watches learns about it too.
I'm going to have to, and I'm off of my own LinkedIn account. I just signed off because I couldn't turn something off over there. Hang on, I'm going to have to go back in myself.
That's all right. So let's see how we're doing so far. Okay, the number's going up.
Yeah, all of a sudden I lost you. Hold on, wait a minute. I've lost.
All right, take your time.
I'm trying to figure out where you went. I can hear you, but something has minimized here, and I don't know where it has.
Let me make sure I'm sharing the right screen myself.
Oh, there we go. I got you now. I got the link. Yeah, I see Linda Rowe.
Okay.
Talking.
All right, there we go.
I guess I'm going to have to look at yours because I just signed off in
Fine.
Safari where I was signed in. If you
So
can hit my...
Yeah, let's go over to messages. And then let's look at starred.
Oh, I have some questions.
Ask
When
away.
you, what, when you have people that you've talked to that like, they're in Japan. That's the reason. You had said, you gave me a way to, you were talking about how to, in the very beginning, let them know that your company is open, not to make a big deal of it, but just to let them know. What do you do if you're talking to them for some time and you've never said that? I mean, how is the best way to?
Well, keep in mind, there's a natural part of this. When you're talking to somebody and you're asking them questions about what they do, invariably, they're going to come back and they're going to ask you what you do. So that would be one way to do it. If somebody, let me. One way you could do it, come back over here. The one way that you could do it, put in their name. Lincoln has suggested several times that we should be connected. Remember, LinkedIn is always recommending people.
Right.
The way it works is the more people you connect with, their algorithm picks it up. And so what their algorithm is going to do is it's going to send you more people. It's going to recommend more people. And where that happens, come back over to your network for just a minute. You come down here. Remember, what LinkedIn does, they always suggest people. They're suggesting people here, they say.
How did I get so many hiring people coming in there?
Probably because, well, this could be a new feature. One of the things that they've added is when you're doing a search, you could now, one of the search features are you could look for people that are hiring. So it could be that they're just throwing this in there because it's a new feature and they want to make it interesting.
Okay.
But if you come down here a little further, let's see, there could be a place up here. No, they're just putting it in front of you. So what happens is the more you access, so these are all people they say they're hiring. Well, it's a lot of people. But when we get past this, And I have to tell you, I've never seen this. Look, this can't be, I mean. See, when you do a search, sales, you got people. They got actively hiring. That's the reason that those are coming up. So if we come over here and let's do Japan. Now we're searching for people in Japan. The more searches you do, what ends up happening, when you go back over to your network, and well, I can't even begin to tell you why. Let's say show all. Let's see if we can get rid of it. So as you start searching for people, just ignore this. This is going to go, hopefully this is going to go away. But that's, people are joining LinkedIn because they're looking for work. So that's why this is a new feature. Okay.
Okay.
So let's come back over to your messages. Now, LinkedIn is constantly putting people in front of you. So we could say LinkedIn has suggested several times that we should be connected. And because so many of now we have to modify this. And we could say here, and because I'm seeking to expand my business, in Japan, now we could say because perhaps it's because I'm expanding my business. I'm seeking to expand my business in Japan. So as I expand my network on LinkedIn, I would have to agree with them before making the connection. Now, depending upon how long their name is, this would be one way to do it. Now, what you're doing here is you're saying this at the beginning. And so this would be one way.
No, so that would go out with the request to.
Right. Well, that's one thing that you could do.
Okay.
Because another way that you could do it LinkedIn has suggested several times that because that we should be connected. Um, if they're looking at your profile, as I'm expanding, in Japan, and we're not going to tell them why. That'd be another way.
Okay.
And that's if you do it. In fact, I like the second one better than the first one.
Okay.
Okay, because it makes them curious as to, so, why? Why are you looking to expand your network in Japan? All right, but either one is going to work.
Okay.
You could also do it with the icebreaker, where you come back second message. Where you're confirming the connection. Pleasure to connect with you on LinkedIn. I've recently made many wonderful and amazing new friends. Oops, in Japan.
Would you say friends and business contacts or just friends?
Well, I would keep it friendly.
Okay.
I would say, everybody that you connect with is your friend.
Okay.
Made many wonderful and amazing new friends. That live in Japan. And then how long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working for you? Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to stimulate conversation. Okay, if you jump into a business mode too quickly,
Correct.
then people are hesitant. They're already thinking, why? Why? Well, why are you looking to connect with people in Japan? Which is always a good thing. Now, let me just, give you another little tip here because, and I started working yesterday on some new covers because my classes are starting to get bigger and we want to give people more variety. So I kind of went overboard yesterday, and it looks like we probably got up 300 new covers.
Oh, wow.
So what you want to do is, because you're looking in Japan. So what you can do is, um, wallpaper images showing Japan would be one way to do it.
Okay.
Then you come up here to images, and you take something like this.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful.
Okay? Then you copy it. Now you have to size it because the size is, and I'm doing these, so, but this is how I go about doing it. You get this, and then it needs to be a little wider, and it needs to be a little narrower. All right. But when the people that you're connecting to see, here's another one. Now, as long as you have a slideshow, come back over here. And remember that It's all about creating curiosity. Now, you don't need the same one. Here's an interesting one. Oh, it doesn't like it. It doesn't like these. See, again, you just, there are, here's another one.
How do you size these?
Um, and what you can do to keep it simple. Go back to your profile. Okay, and let's take the cover that you have. Okay. Copy this. So you know this is the size. Now you can use Canva. There are dozens of ways to do it. I'm gonna over my schedule. So these are, let me, well, here we go. I got a couple for Japan. So we'll come up here. Now I'm using PowerPoint, but you would use Canva. So I'm pasting that in here. So this is the size I want. Okay. Then what I need to do is we need to decide, all right, so one easy way to do it, as long as we have the width correct.
You want your lunch?
Not yet, sweetie, but that's my lunch. Wow,
Why not?
what's 11:30?
I know, but what time do you want to eat?
In an hour,
Okay, it stays.
okay? So you just come down here, make it about the same size. Then let me take the same language. So I mean, I'm loading up all kinds of different ones. But the idea and you just overlay the words. You don't have to worry about numbers of pixels. See, where was I? Here it is. And you can make it a little bit bigger. And then you're gonna have to save it on your computer and then upload it. Cancel that. And that's one way. Get rid of that. You copy it. And I can come back.
Excellent.
So that's basically the way it works. And I've got in August, I'm also going to be in addition to providing more of these, I'm also going to be changing the once you begin to change, so will the world around you. That coincides with the fact, that you're a lifestyle transitioning mentor. You're looking for people that want to change. So I have 3 more messages that are along the same line. I'm not going to introduce them here because this is a public format. My coaching students will get it first. And it's something that we're going to be introducing in August, along with our '90-day boot camp challenge. Years ago, I used to use I had a strategy that really was amazingly effective. And so what you would do, and this was on AOL. It works on Facebook. You can make a post.
Mm.
You can make a post. Hey Steve, I'm just finishing up a class. I'll call you back in 10 minutes. So what we used to do was we would start out well, ready to help. Ready to help 5 more people. Early. Ready to help 5 more people retire early with their own internet business. That's one version. I'm ready to have 5 more people start their own internet business.
And when do you say this? Where in the
Well,
company?
this becomes a post.
Oh,
Okay, this is a post.
okay.
Let me put that up at the top. Then what you do is you wait 3 days. I'm ready to help 4. Okay, then you wait 3 more days. I'm ready to help 3. And you count it down to 2, to 1. I'm ready to help. And then I'm ready to help 1 more. And then you got to change it. Person, retire early. Now, there's this is not, I had years ago, I had I guess a robust conversation with 2 of the lawyers at Melaleuca, because Melaleuca has a policy against making posts, making call to action posts. Now, this is not a call to action post. Now, if you're in Melaleuca, you know, we give you so many other things that you could do that you don't have to get into this area. But I explained to the lawyer, I said, this is not a call to action post. This is a statement of condition post. Now, if you said, I am looking to help 3 more people, that's called action. So we went back and forth for maybe 25 minutes. And then what I did was I used another example. I said, you clearly don't understand how social media works. You're on a social network. You're letting people know what you're doing. So, hey, I'm going to the gym. Leaving for the gym. You're telling people what you're doing. I woke up this morning. I'm looking forward to doing X, Y, or Z. And this, and when you do it, you know, consistently, the audience, it makes people curious to know what it is. And it worked unbelievably well in the early days of social media because you didn't have so many other things that you could post. And remember that what are we trying to do? We're trying to provide value. So telling people about yourself is you're not really providing value, but it does create curiosity. Sharing something along the lines, something motivational that they would want to share with other people, share with the people they're connected to. Today, gets you more mileage, but it was kind of fun to do. And I did enjoy having that. You know, finally, what I did to the attorney was I said, look, let me help you understand something. When you post something, not everything you post is a call to action. So if I posted the Serenity Prayer, is that a call to action? Anybody reacts to the Serenity Prayer? If I post the Lord's Prayer, whatever you post is not a call to action. And it's neither is it a statement of condition. You're just providing value to people. And so what we're going to do, how this ties in to changing your banners, is the first month, once you begin to change, so will the world around you. Powerful. Month 1. Month 2. As you begin to change, so will the world around you. It's subtle. Month 3. When you begin to change, subtle. And if I do say so myself, brilliant. I've had other people tell me that. It's subtle. The idea is all of you, you really want to be successful on a social network, you want to have very, very specific goals. And it's numbers. But when you reach out to so many people, remember, here's what we're trying to do. Let's come over here to your messages. So initially, your first messages are here. Right? So this is how you make the initial connection. You're starting a conversation. You're qualifying people. Now, as you identify, and it only takes 2 or 3 messages to determine, is this someone that is a prospect? We're going to star them. We're going to move them out of the focus group, and we're going to move them over to the people that you really want to focus on. These are your hot prospects, and these are going to stay here until they either become team members or you're going to unstar them because they're not a prospect. So month 1, you're talking to 20 people a day. And you're a percentage of these people, 4 or 5, are going to come into your business. Maybe more, 6 or 7, month 1. They're coming from your start group category. So we're constantly moving people over from focus to start. Now, maybe in the first month, especially if you don't have a lot of people that you're connected to, you may only move 3 or 4 people over to bring them into your business, but you've planted several hundred seeds. In month 2, instead of 3 or 4, we're going to get 5 or 6. And then there are activities. When you bring somebody into your business, there are certain activities that you're going to want to get all your team members doing to drive people to checking out what you're doing, to checking out the company. And how do we do that? We create events. And it's a whole process, but we'll get into that. The first step is to make the connections, to get highly qualified people. And that's why we emphasize quality over quantity. Just because somebody is open to work, just because somebody needs a job, does not mean you want to bring them into your business. Hey, listen, remember, we're not looking for customers. We're looking for business builders. And that's huge. They did not schedule a mastermind session at 1 o'clock. I noticed it this morning. I guess they didn't because of, my health. So we'll be starting the mastermind sessions in August. Now, again, let me just look in the chat window. What do we got here? And yeah, this is being broadcast. It'll be on my YouTube channel. So let me just come back here. Now, our August boot camp is open for registration. You can go to maxeingart.com/bootcamp. Use the promo code Best Deal. It'll drop the price down to $79. And you can get started right away because you're going to have access to the recorded session of the July boot camp, which is still going on. Our 90-day boot camp challenge, which is what I just described, includes working with me in the August, September, and October boot camps. If you added it up, the retail price, $597 a boot camp, would be $1,700. But in addition to this, and notice that the October boot camp has 5 sessions, not 4. Create, connect, communicate, close, and the daily activity of top earners. It also includes my anthology of social network scripts book, which is different than the scripts book we make available to everybody in boot camp. It includes How Network Marketers Catch Whales, my ebook training, which we make available to everybody in my retreats. And we're adding the Top Earners 90-day game plan ebook, which again is normally included in our retreats. We have a retreat coming up at the end of August. Total value, $3,100. Use the promo code GOFAST. You could register for $279, and there's a 2-payment option. So you have the 90-day, you have the anthology of scripts. You have the How Network Marketers Catch Whales and the 90-day game plan, which I have always reserved specifically for our retreats. Now, every month we do boot camps, and 4 times a year I conduct retreats. The content in the whale book and in the 90-day game plan change quarterly, but I don't update general book. So when you're in a retreat, when you're participating in a retreat, you get the most current information. And then typically once a year, I take the best of the best and we update this. So the question is going to be, what is your 90-day boot camp goal? Where do you want to be in 90 days? And we're going to help everyone who participates in the 90-day challenge achieve significant rank advancement by Halloween. So we're gonna have people in boot camp that are just participating in that particular boot camp. And then we're gonna have a special section of each boot camp where we're gonna talk about people, about their participation in the 90-day challenge. Make sure that everybody is on track. At the end of the day, it just comes down to one thing: talking to people. Where you're going to be in your business on Halloween is going to be determined by the number of people that you talk to. Every day, you want to be talking to 10 people as if your financial well-being depends on it, because it does. Because it does. That's what it's all about. Easy to identify perfect prospects. So, Sunday night, I have a special broadcast. I'm going to share some new things that all of you can be doing that will trigger immediate activity. We still have, what, 6 more days for July. There's still time for you to bring people into your business. You only want to talk to perfect prospects that need to want what you're selling. If you only talk to perfect prospects, you're going to close more people. And it can take less than 3 to 4 message exchanges to identify a good prospect from a bad one. Star the ones that are good. And it only takes 6 to 10 message exchanges to identify a great prospect. We're looking for business builders, unhappy network marketers, network marketing orphans, customers, and affiliate marketers. I've got dozens and dozens. No, I should say dozens. I've got hundreds. Probably we go back thousands. When I started working with Joanne, she was building a Melaleuca business. First year we worked together, her business doubled. The second year it tripled. And then she discovered that she could actually use what I was teaching her in her day job. At the time, she was selling insurance. She sold so many insurance policies that the insurance company paid her $5 grand to teach the other agents how to do it. In 1 month, she actually recruited 40 agents. I'm not showing this to you to impress you. I'm showing this to you to impress upon you what you can be doing, what members of your team can be doing. So, until next time, best of luck in building your business.
Back in the 90s, cracked the AOL code. Texting turned gold, now the stories unfold. From dial-up dreams to LinkedIn kings, he taught the world how to build through strings. It's the Max method, no guessing, just growth. 4 steps deep, he's coached them both. Top earners, big burners, trainers, and pros. Max lit the fire, now everyone knows. Started with a spark, now the blueprint's live. Thousands trained and they multiply. From Facebook chats to LinkedIn leads, he plants the seeds, then watches them succeed. Mentor to coach is the guide for the great. Author, speaker, shaping fate. You don't just follow Max, you duplicate. That's how legends elevate. It's the Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Call him the father, the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game.